Welcome back. Let's move on to lesson 5. Let's talk about adding tables. Now, adding tables to a Microsoft Word document is a really good idea. I'm going to go ahead and create some more space here. I'll press enter a few times just to give me some space. I'll go back up to my line that's directly underneath my lesson 5 here. Now, if you're working on, there's various reasons why you'd want to add a table. Maybe you want to say it best with a table. Maybe you want to represent some data. Instead of writing a paragraph, you just kind of want to summarize your data collection in the form of a table. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop one in here. And creating a table gives you some other options in terms of formatting as well. You don't really have to worry so much about the line breaks and the tab stops and things of that nature as well. So right now I am on my insert tab. So if I go ahead and take a look at this here, I'm on my insert tab, and in my tables command group, I want to go ahead and insert a table here. Now there's a few ways that we can insert a table. And the easiest way, if I just go ahead and click on the drop down here, so I can just go ahead and draw my table. So right now I have 3 columns, 2 rows, 3 columns, and 3 rows. So that's one way I can do it. I can go ahead and just click Insert Table, and it will ask me here, how many columns, how many rows do I want? I have some other options here for auto fit that I can specify as well. I can auto fit to contents. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and draw my table, make it a lot easier here. I want a 3x3, maybe 4 here. And for this example, I'm just going to go ahead. What I want to do is to keep track of our services we're doing, or maybe our products here. We have some products we want to kind of keep track. We're sending out a survey to our customers. Let us know how we're doing. So here, I'll just go ahead and introduce my headers here. So I have product. And in terms of pricing, I'll go ahead and add the pricing here. And then our customers are going to give it a rating from 1 to 5. So for here, let's see, product 1, I'll just go ahead and call this, we'll call this Learning Gladiator. I'll go down to my next line here. I'll call this Learning Knight. So right now, let's see what our customers think in terms of price. We can have some dollar signs here. $5 signs is expensive. 1 is not expensive here as well. So let's say our customers, they feel pretty good. 3 here. We feel this one is a little pricey here. And they're giving us some ratings on the scale of 1 to 5. Gladiator is give it a 4.4. And we'll give the Learning Knight a 4.7. Very good. So we have our table inserted here, but it looks very plain, right? We need some options here. Well, the cool thing with Microsoft products and Microsoft Word is when you are working with an object or an element, such as a table, what happens is you get this contextual menu up here at the top that you can go ahead and work with. So notice after we inserted our table, we now have 2 contextual menus, one for table design and also one here for layout. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can do here. So right now, notice if I click away from the table, that menu goes away. Menu is gone. Let's click back on my table here. And by default, it goes to the table design. So let's take a look at some of the things that we can do here. So let's kind of identify our command groups. We have our table style options here. We have table styles, and we have borders here as well. So we can specify some of these are on our header row. We have banded rows and our first column here. Some of the options are here as well. But let's go ahead and give it a style. So this can stand out a little bit here. So maybe this orange one here. Notice as I just kind of mouse over each one, it's giving me a nice preview of what the table will look like. So I'll try to grab something a little basic here, not too crazy. I do want some good variation in color. So you have a lot of options here. And as you scroll down, you have different table layouts here that you can use. And as you kind of scroll down, you can kind of notice the difference between each group. Want to see all of them? You can just go like this. So we have plain tables. We have some grid tables. And we have some list tables down here as well. I think what I would like is a list table. I'll go ahead and grab this blue one here. And there we go. So this one kind of hides the grid lines for us. Okay. But they're still there. If you still want the grid lines, go ahead and need to grab another type. Let's see. I want those grid lines. Let's see. I'll choose this one. There we go. Chose a grid table. And I have my lines here. Very good. So we were able to go ahead and apply our style to our table. But now we want to go ahead and introduce another product. Okay, maybe a square. And we want to go ahead and introduce another column here to see if if our customers are willing to refer this particular product. So we can do that here by going back up to the layout here. So we click on layout. Notice we have a lot more command groups here. Right? We have quite a few. So first we have our table. We have some drawing here, rows and columns. We can merge some of these cells if we want to, establish a cell size, alignment, and our data as well. But what we want to do, we want to go ahead and make use of these, inserting a row and a column. So I want to insert a row. So what I want to do is click on that last row because it's going to insert a row below the row that I'm selected. So right now I want to go ahead and insert a row below. There we go. And I want to go ahead and insert a column to the right. So I need to go ahead and click on my rightmost column and I'll say insert column to the right. If you kind of forget, remember when you mouse over the command, it tells you exactly what it's going to do. So add one to the right there. And I'll just put the word refer here. And I'll go ahead and add our learning square. Okay. And our learning square. Everyone is happy with the price. And we've got 5.0. Very nice. And yes, they will refer their learning squire program. Most of them say maybe for the gladiator. It's very intense. And then for the learning knight, we have yes here. So very good. So now this table looks pretty good. It'd be nice if we have a title though. So I think what I'll do, I want to insert a top row. So I'll go ahead and click on that top row there. And I'm going to insert this time a row above. And what I want to do is give it a title. Maybe I'll call it a product survey. Let's see here, product survey. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and take advantage of maybe merging this table here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and highlight this entire top row here because they are cells. They're just kind of not showing here. And up here in the merge command group, I'm going to go ahead and merge these. So now they're merged. And now I simply just need to go ahead and center this here. So I can go back to my home tab here. I can just go ahead and center that. So now my table looks more official. I have my title here, and I have my other options here as well. I can go ahead and kind of center everything on this table as well. Remember, I did add the center command to my quick access toolbar, so I'll make use of it there. Very good. So there is my table looking pretty good. One thing we can do with the table as well is, we can go ahead and resize the columns and the rows. We just need to kind of click on the border of each. So if I want to resize the column, I could. If I want to resize the row, I can do so. So it's fully customizable here as well. And I'm going to go back to table design here. And if I want to interact with the borders, I can do so. Fix the shading. I want to go to the table layout, and maybe I want to go ahead and convert this to text. We can always go ahead and convert this to text as well. But first, let me see if I can copy this table before I convert it. I'll press Control V here. Okay, so I have a copy of my table there. And let's go ahead and convert this one to text, see what it looks like. So over here in my data command group, I'll click on Convert to Text. And so it asked me a few questions here. Well, how is my data separated? How are my cells separated here? By paragraph marks, tabs, commas, or other. I'll choose the default value here. And my table comes out like that. If I don't like that, I can undo it. Maybe choose another option. Let's see here. Maybe I'll use tabs this time. Click OK. That's a lot better. So the tabs seem to work a little better here. You can also convert text back into a table. You just have to be mindful of how it's set up. If you set them up with tabs, then it's a lot easier to go ahead and convert that back to a table here. So if I go ahead and click on my Insert tab up here, and this time, instead of inserting a table, I'll click on the drop down and I'll say convert this text to a table. And now I just need to be mindful, make sure I specify whether it's paragraphs or tabs. And so so when I click on tabs, it kind of changes the numbers for me, the columns and the rows. So I can always kind of check to make sure it's okay. I'll go ahead and click OK here. And there we go. Just converted our text into a table for us. Now we just need to go ahead and give it a style. Once we give it a style, then we're good to go. Excellent. So go ahead and insert a table. You can either draw the table or specify the number of rows and columns. And then go ahead and convert it to plain text. Pause this video, practice, and come right back.